Going live, Bubbles. We're live. Hey, good morning. Hey, this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well. Um, I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical, tactical way so we can deliver value to our customers, get home to family and friends, and have some fun, and not work 60, 80 hours a week and do it efficiently and lean. And I said, have fun along the way because it's no fun if it's crazy, right? So yesterday I didn't do the show because if I don't do it at 5 a.m. in the morning, things get away all day and it just does not happen. So it just didn't happen yesterday. It's a lesson learned for myself. If I don't get up and do the show, feed the cats like this one over here, I don't know if I have time to do it. Other things take over, take precedent. Absorb the day, just like anything. If you don't get working on it and get it done, it is what it is. But it was a good day yesterday. Had we did some mentoring sessions, and I'll probably talk about it. It was really good doing the cohort and exchanging between other agile coaches and doing some practicing. It was fun. And just lots of stuff during the day. PI conference started off. Everybody's and wants to get everything done. So it was a busy, busy day. And then doing other things too. Stuff for the railroad. When I got to put back the signs. Anyway, we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about some stuff. I want to talk about shark's teeth. I call it the shark's teeth in the velocity history graph. And I also want to talk about the half point and the danger sign when you see this thing pop up. So I guess I'll talk about this one first, the half point. And this is, if you see this come out of somebody say, let's do a half point, the agile accountants are coming and going to win the day. Half point's a terrible thing. One, it's hard to do the math. Let's just put half points in there. You guys there's math issues now. But why would you do a half point? It just makes more stressful on the team. I know everybody wants to make things smaller and easier, less complex to do. But my problem with the half point is now you're going to start measuring all these little tiny things here and there. Like, don't worry about the small stuff. Give it a point. Give yourself some flexibility to get some stuff done. You know, everybody, we're going to be a half point because it's not so much time and we want to get more stuff done. Like, that's anti-agile thinking. It's anti-keeping it less stressful. If you got some stuff to do, if it's small stuff takes a half hour, then, it just gets done. But when you're really doing work, a point, a day's worth of work or something, you did it right, you automated it, you did a solid job. But this half point stuff, that's just a micromanagement type thing in a world where the agile accountants start taking over. So if you start seeing this, don't go there. I always question teams, why the hell do you want to do a half point? What's your purpose behind that point? You just want to watch more things or something? I mean, what's the benefit of this to a team? Nothing. There's no benefit using a half point to a team. Just wanted to share that with you. If you see it, maybe you can correct me and tell me I'm wrong. And tell me, hey, your half point has lots of value. I'm like, shit, excuse my French, guys. I'm not worried about stuff that takes less than a half a day to get done. I ain't going to worry about it. I got bigger things to worry about. Team has bigger things to worry about, to be honest with you. Okay, so that was my half point warning. If you see the half point, the agile accountants are nearby, watch it because you're going to go down a rabbit hole and you're not going to get out. So don't do it. All right, velocity history shark teeth. This is something I get. And again, it goes down to the half point. You microanalyze everything on the planet. So when I do the history chart, Bubbles, can I use one of these? I'm not going to start the bell. That would be good, right? Clean the screen. My hand, because I don't know what I did with my eraser, but it's here somewhere. I don't know where the eraser is. So, got your little whiteboard. And got a velocity chart. Maybe it goes like this, that. I call that the shark teeth. Okay, it looks like shark. Let's put a little shark. Maybe a little fin or something. I don't know. It's a shark. Looks like a dinosaur. Maybe we should call him T-Rex. Maybe we should call it, I call it the shark teeth. Shark teeth. Looks like a shark. Looks like a T-Rex, though. I think I just drew a T-Rex. And this is velocity. Actually, this is point. It's actually just points. And this is time on the bottom. And it does this jagged action, right? Why? Right? Why do you get the jagged action? Sometimes it happens. You know, here's what I wonder. When you get that activity and people want to mellow it out, and that's why you do the three sprint average and average it out, gets rid of the shark teeth. When you zoom in on something, it makes it look worse than it does when you zoom out, right? Depends on how your bars work. So here's my questions for you. Is the work a person or skill oriented? A lot of times the shark teeth come in when the work being done is drilled out for a particular person or a particular skill on a team. Are the people cross-trained? And I'm going to talk about, here's my questions, and I'm going to talk about why in a second. Is one person's attendance that impactful, right? So if one person is not there, is that much of an impact? So that's why the questions 1 and 2 are important, because it leads to question 3. If one person is gone, is it a super impact? So, how do we make this a less impact? So let's talk about a super impact, right? So let's say, turn this like this. So I'm going to do a little math. So I got one person's out, right? So if they're out one day equals 10% of their time, right? So if it's a 2-week sprint, say a 2-week sprint, right? 2-week sprint. 2-week sprint. So if they're out one day, it's 10%, right? 10 days in a sprint. So one day is 10%. It's that easy math, right? So let's say they're a team of 7 people. Now they're a team of 7. So that one day becomes, I think it's 7%, right? Let's do the math. So if you got 10 people, you got 70 people, right? I think it's less than that. You got 7 people times 10 days gives you 70 days, working days, and 1 out of 70. So they're out 1 out of 70 days, right? So if they're out for a whole week, it's a 7%. So if they take a vacation, so 1 week, which would be 5 days, right? I'm doing my math on my phone just because it is 5 a.m. in the morning. Well, it's now 6, but let's go with that. And I wish I would do that. So we got, if they take 1 day off out of 70 possible days, 1 divided by 7, D equals 1%. So 1 day is 1%, 1.4%. Okay. So 1 day of 70 total days is only 1.4%. A week, so they could take a vacation, which would 5 out of 70, right? So 5 divided by 70 equals 7%. Okay, so it's 7% of the schedule, right? Yeah. I'll double check. 5 divided by 70 equals 7%. So if you look at it, so if one person's out for vacation for a week, you can have a 7% dip in your velocity. Okay, so here's my question. And 7%, it is what it is, right? You want to take vacations, you want to do it. So ask the question, how do we make that 7% dip less impactful for the team? So now this is your challenge to the team and how you get the team to grow. Okay, hypothetical question. One person's out for a week. You're going to get a 7% decline in your velocity. Okay, how do you make it less impactful? You start questioning, is the idea that we're like certain work is only this person can do, is that cause a problem? You can't do that kind of work, so maybe your velocity goes down. Or is everybody cross-trained? So if one person goes away, maybe it wouldn't be a 7% dip. Maybe it's just a 3% dip because other people can do that kind of work in your team so that you don't get a 7% dip in the product. Now, I'm going to say this to you. If you're doing sprinting based on hours to points, all this stuff goes out the window. But if you're doing complexity and difficultness and and time, all that combined, then this does apply, right? How much work can you get done? How many points can you get done? So the idea, if you're cross-trained, work isn't set aside for one person because they're the only ones that could do it, that you don't get a 7% impact. You may get a 3% impact. You get a little like one story deduction in how much work you do just because there's not somebody there. But it shouldn't be a major impact, right? So just think about that when you do have those spikes and how much they are and what the percentage is, and ask your team, is there a way to lean this up? Is there a way to get from 7% to 3%? Because 3%, who cares, right? 7%, between an A plus and an A minus, right? Or an A. Just something to think about. So those are the two things I want to talk about today. Just the shark teeth, right? So when you look at the shark teeth, how do you lean this up so it's not a 7%? Cross training, making sure work isn't set for one person. That way, when people do take a week vacation, that it's only it's maybe a 3% hit, but you're always going to get a 7% hit when people go vacation. If everybody on the team goes vacation, if you think about it, everybody goes on vacation over 7 sprints, maybe that's 2 PIs, right? So maybe everybody takes a week off during the PIs. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that and the half point. So 2 items to watch for the accountants. Find ways to spread the work out, share the work, and also watch out for those who want to do a half point measure, because then that's when it really gets all funky and the shark teeth really start appearing on what they can do. So with that, I'm going to say, have a good day. It's Tuesday. Thumbs up if you like the show. Okay. Got someone wanted to do some activities, wanted to do a webinar. So I'm thinking about it. Ring the little bell if you like what we're doing. I do got to post the video for the polo tournament and some of the waterfall stuff that we talked about, how it takes so long for waterfall organizations to change unless there's like a storm. So we'll go with that and we'll say, have a great day. Take care. Again, this was our, 423rd episode? See, I had to switch the date around. See, I had yesterday's stuff written, but I never did it because it took too long to get started. So you all have a great day. Enjoy your Tuesday. And in the case of my work, I got PI day. That should be in full force today. Anyway, take care. Bye. Have a great day. Whoop, 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 waving. Bye.